Today I am here with Jesse, a young promising star in Nigeria. He's here to share his story with us. Hello, Jesse. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here. It's really a privilege to be here
How are you doing?
to share my story. I'm doing great. I'm okay. I'm
Oh,
fine.
oh.
Yeah.
So can you just tell the audience who you are, your position, your team, and
My name is Jesse Amadou. I'm from Kaduna State. I'm a right back. I currently play for Matade FC here in Abuja. Yeah.
wow, thank you once more for having us. Starting with our first question, can you tell us a bit about your upbringing and how life was like for you and your brother growing up?
Oh, okay. So a lot of people actually know Jesse, but they don't really know who Jesse really is, because sometimes you just hide your story, not because you don't want to say it out, but sometimes you just don't want to bring about your personal life to
Public.
the public and
Yeah.
all. But sometimes it's very important for young players like me and other people to talk about their story to inspire other young
Yes.
players out there, even planning on giving up.
Yes.
So your own story will like motivate them and all. Because me personally, growing up, I grew up without my both parents, in the sense that my dad died when my mom was 4 months pregnant,
Oh,
and
sorry about that.
not long ago too, barely a year old or two, my mom also
God.
passed on.
Wow.
So it has been a very rough journey for me and my brother, especially because it's just me and my brother, because we got abandoned by our own family. So we had no contact with our family. So basically, I I can just tell you that I actually grew up in the street, like a street boy. I did a lot of odd jobs to survive back then in the street and all that. But yeah, thank God for life, and thank God for friends and people around that have helped me become what I am today. So that's part of my upbringing.
Wow. This is tough. Thank God you are here today. At least, if you haven't spoken up, there's no way we'll know that okay, you've gone through this phase of your life.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one thing that I know is common among footballers, which is, sometimes accommodation is first the issue,
Yeah.
and also feeding. Now, with everything you said, like, how was it like while growing up, like feeding daily? Like, how was it like eating daily?
So just like I mentioned earlier, me and my brother, we didn't grow up in a family setting, like like being with our relative
Yeah.
and all. So basically it was so difficult back then, because yeah, I actually started playing football a bit young, very early. So it was something I love doing. So we had to do a lot of odd jobs. Like personally, I can tell you that I've sold pure water. I've even went to a mechanic shop to like learn mechanic back then and all. So I did a lot, way lot of things that if I start mentioning them, you're so surprised. I'll be like, I'm this young and I've done a lot of jobs like this. Yeah, I have to do it, because if you don't do it, you won't be able to survive back then in the street. No one really cares about you in the street. You are on your own. But thank God for the life of my brother. He's been there, he's been supportive. Until now, he's still supporting me. So chasing football and also catering for yourself is one difficult thing. One difficult thing. Because being a footballer, you have to feed well, you have to
Yeah.
eat well to be able to play. But then I didn't even have like shelter. I just feel everywhere, like anywhere I find myself back then, I used to sleep in the film halls, um, car parks, and all. So those places were like home to me. You get, so that was the condition then. But then I
Okay.
had to like keep pushing, because literally I gave up hope on everything, friends, family, school, every other thing. But one thing I kept dear to my heart is this football that God have literally given me as a talent. Because personally, I didn't grow up playing in an academy. I
Yeah.
grew up playing in the street like every other street kid.
Yeah.
and all that, playing without shoes and trying to get to the top and all that.
I think he told me a story about Chicken Republic.
Yeah, back then, because not every day you tend to like have a good day. So
Yeah.
like when things were so difficult that you don't even have a job to do, no one to give you money.
Yeah.
We go to like eateries like Chicken Republic, some of all those eateries that around. We just go to their waste bin and scavenge and see, oh, what's that food that is the leftover that they have
Yeah.
thrown away that is still manageable like to eat. Like
God.
this now I'm telling you, it's not as if I'm saying it in the point of I'm saying it for media or
Yeah.
for social media.
Yeah.
Like that's my life.
That was a reality.
Like that's what really happened to me. So I usually scavenge food around the waste bin to see the one that is eatable. And yes, trust me, that's part of how I actually survived back then in the street. So it was a difficult journey. So if I really don't open up and like tell people
Hmm.
about this particular story, they just feel like, oh, maybe you haven't been through
Yeah.
anything before or and all that. So that's just it.
Wow. This is heartbreaking. But thank God you're here today. Now, in all this, how did football give you a purpose? That okay, that no matter what I'm going through, I have something that I'm focusing on that I want to give my life to. So like how like what was the role of football in all this?
So growing up as a street boy, yeah, is either you are involved in one thing or the other.
Yes.
No matter if you see any street boy now in Nigeria, that like a very very strict street boy, is either stealing, is either doing drugs
Yeah.
or doing one thing or the other, just to survive and all that. But football actually um football actually gave me escape routes to all that.
Yeah.
Actually gave me escape route to all that because I it was something I naturally love doing.
Yeah.
So instead of doing all those stuff with other street boys, I find myself being pretty occupied more playing football.
Yeah.
So wherever there is football, that's just where I want to be.
Yeah.
So that's football actually played a role in that aspect of me not being a total wayward child in
Yeah.
the street. So it gave me the opportunity to always stick to it because that's where my whole life revolved, football.
Yeah.
So it actually abstained me from doing a lot of things that other kids out there are doing, like stealing, drugs,
Yeah.
and all that. So,
Cultism.
cultism, yeah. So it that's it. Football actually helped me in that purpose, and it shaped my mind. Just like I said, I literally started a bit early playing in the street and all that. So that's it.
I can relate to this because also while growing up, I grew up in one of the deadliest neighborhood in Port Harcourt.
Wow.
So after school, of course, you see that from 3 p.m. to 6 that you're not really doing anything. Those are the periods that our mates actually indulge or engage in these activities that you're talking about.
Exactly.
So after school, I'm coming back from school by 3 p.m. Then 4 o'clock, I've gone to the field. So from 47, I'm back. Everywhere is already dark, right? So there's no point of me going out again. So football was also my escape route. But most of my peers that were not playing football, a lot of them ended up joining court, start selling drugs or start taking drugs. So also I can relate to that. But yeah, that's why football is a beautiful game that we all love. Amidst all this, at what point did you realize that I want to take football serious? Like football is something that I want to spend my whole life doing. What was the turning point?
Okay. I think at some point I usually watch footballers in the field. I didn't even know that football like really pays.
Yeah,
It's just the joy of playing and watching.
yeah,
I had no idea that football pays. All I just wanted was I just want to see myself in the TV. Other people should watch me and cheer my name and all. That's actually what I wanted.
Yeah.
So then growing up, I noticed that okay, I can actually do this and you know help myself and help my brother, help people around me and all that. Just like I said, basically it wasn't for the
Mm.
financial benefit at
Yeah.
first. It was for the joy, the passion, and all that. So the point where it hit me, it's the fact that I said I gave up on everything. You get so as me, a young player in Africa playing football, it's important to know why also you are playing it aside the
Yeah.
passion. So meeting a lot of people and telling you how good you were and all that was a point where I felt that okay, I think it's time to like take this profession very
Yeah.
very serious,
Yeah.
joining teams
Yeah.
and making my way to the top.
Yeah.
So that's the point. But basically, I felt where the turning point was the experiences I had in the street.
Yeah.
I knew at that moment I shouldn't just play football because I just want to play because I can play football for fun till the rest of my life without
Yeah.
earning anything, without gaining anything. But the fact was, yeah, just like I said, I just wanted to be seen in the TV, people
Yeah.
cheering my name and all that. So that was all I wanted then. But I'm actually happy that I made that decision to chase football and become a professional someday.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Thank God for that. Moving on, obviously you've been in the game for a while now.
Yeah.
So has there been a time when there was an opportunity or a deal that you thought, oh, I'm leaving Nigeria, I'm going to Europe to go and further my career, but on the long run the deal collapsed? Have you ever had any experience of such?
Okay.
And how did that affect you mentally?
Okay. Yeah. I've had experiences, but I can vividly remember two in particular, and
Two?
yeah, two in
Ah,
particular that came. The other one was the national team. That's the under 17 national
yeah,
team, Nigeria under 17 national team. I was supposed to like go for the camp. I
yes,
was actually invited
yeah,
to go to the camp. I was training myself mentally, physically. I was ready
yeah.
to like push myself because yeah, it's the national team. Everybody wants to represent
Of course,
Nigeria.
like
It's really a
it's
privilege.
our
It's
dream.
really yeah, it's really a great privilege and opportunity for me personally to have like represent my country at that level.
Yeah,
So at that moment when I was preparing myself, we just had like a friendly match and all that. It was like 2 weeks 2 weeks prior to the time I'll go to the camp.
yeah.
I sustained injury.
But it was sure that you'll be there.
Yeah, it was very sure that I'll be here.
Oh,
So it was just like a friendly game that we
yeah.
had, and some way somehow I got my ankle injured, and that took me off for like four
Hi.
months.
Ah,
So I went off for like 4 months. Which meanwhile the camping was supposed to like start 2 weeks prior to that period of time I had that game.
yeah,
So I wasn't able to like go, and I think that was like a very very big opportunity for me. So, because not just that representing my country, other nations will see you
yeah. The
play.
opportunity,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
to be
opportunity
seen.
was there. And I could also remember one, it was a scouting program. It was a scouting program that I went to. I remember I did excellently well. But guess what? The scout that came said
Mm.
that I was too small. So that alone
Yeah,
was something I was trying to mesmerize. Like, what was he trying to say? He said I was too skinny and he can't work with me at that moment. But yeah, he acknowledged the fact that I I was actually a good player and he likes how much I play. But then all those experiences wasn't something I took so lightly because all the time I've been playing football, like these are like the moment I've been walking
Yeah, dreaming
towards,
of.
dreaming of walking towards. So having those kind of statements, having those kind of disappointment,
Yeah.
it's heartbroken because it affected me mentally. At that moment, I was like, I don't want to play football again.
Mm.
Like I dropped my boots. But then I had my brother who have always been there for me. He came and met me one day. He was like, bro, do you think like your story is actually the worst story I've heard? That you have to like carry your phone, Google people,
Yeah.
and you see the people that worst thing that happened to
Yeah.
them. There are people
Yeah.
that have actually traveled to
Yeah.
Europe and they still
Came
came
back.
back with nothing. You get so pick up your boots, try again and keep pushing. And yeah, that motivated me and I kept going. But I'm not just gonna lie to you. It was really a difficult time in my life. It was so difficult because I've worked so hard to be in that stage and all that.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
Understand, growing up, all of us playing for the Nigerian under 17 was like the dream for everybody. I remember a story. He traveled from Port Harcourt to Abuja for the national under 17 camp. He spent the whole time with them in that camp. He passed all the stages. So when they brought out the last name that would go for the under 17 World Cup, I'll mention the year. His name was there. For example, now his name is Jesse. Jesse Ako is there, but they switched his passport and put another player's passport there.
Wow.
So your name is there, but your passport is not there. Why? Because I think there was nobody to stand for him. He was so heartbroken. He came back to Port Harcourt. I knew like for like a month he wasn't able to play for like a month. We had to encourage him, talk to him. So I understand how you feel. Like it's very disappointing. So it's very very disappointing. I understand.
Yeah, and you know some of those opportunities don't come twice again.
Yeah,
It's like once in a lifetime opportunity. Once it passes you, that's just it. But yeah, we keep going.
there is God. So what's the current situation right now? Are you just training with the team? Are you in an academy or like you have a trial coming up? Or like what's up with you right now?
Okay, I actually have a team that I train with now here in Abuja. Like I mentioned
Mm,
earlier, Matade in Abuja here. So I train with them to keep fit mentally and physically because you wouldn't know when
something will come up.
something will come up, a
Yeah,
trial or anything. So I train with them basically, and I'm just hoping for the best right now. Hoping for the best. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, current situation, I can tell you that thank God for life. Most importantly, that's it.
it is well. It is well. We'll see to that. Um, how do you stay motivated amidst everything that's going on in Nigeria, like disappointments, failed trials, like going for scouting games and being ignored? Like, how do you stay motivated as a footballer in Nigeria?
Okay. Sometimes for you to motivate yourself
Yeah.
is really kind of difficult. You have to like have the right set of people around you. You get,
Yes.
and coupled with the fact that we all know how the country is now, economy and all that. So sometimes to stay motivated, I just look at some of my friends that God have helped them and they have probably been in Europe or they're actually doing well for themselves in the
Yeah.
football industry and all.
Yeah.
So that alone motivates me. I'll be like, this person I know, this person I know
Yeah.
can actually excel. Then if I don't give up,
Yeah.
if I keep pushing and I keep striving, I'll be in the big stage one day. I will show the world my talent. So people that have known that have actually succeeded is a motivation to me. And I can also use the stars, I can also use the life of Osimhen with
Yeah.
his story. If you
Yeah.
listen to Osimhen's story,
Yeah.
you will know that he has been through a lot, but he kept striving, he didn't give up. So
Yes.
that alone motivates me. If you listen to Richard Lison's story, you will know
Yeah.
that
Luka
yeah,
Modric,
Luka
a lot of them,
Modric, all those kind,
Cristiano. Yeah.
yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Lionel Messi
Yeah.
himself. you will know that yeah, you have every reason to keep
Fighting.
fighting. That alone is a motivation to me. But aside that, the friends around me, the support I get from friends
Yeah.
and loved ones
Yeah.
have been like is massive. It has kept me motivated for the longest that I can ever imagine. Like, and I'm really really grateful to them. Like, I'm really grateful. They are more like they are like family. They are family to me, not like they are family. So their love has kept me motivated. You know, I'm really grateful for that.
Wow, that's brilliant. This, they've always talked about how if the mental aspect of our lives are intact, yeah, anything can
Yeah.
be possible. So I'm glad you've worked on yourself, and at least you've seen reasons why you should continue fighting. Now, okay, let's talk about the Nigerian football as a whole. Being a young player in Nigeria or in Africa, what is our reality right now? Like how difficult it is for you to sign as a player, and like what do you need in order for you to go pro?
So I can tell you for a fact that Nigeria has bunch of talent,
Millions.
millions of talent.
Yeah.
But I think one of the problem we are having in Nigeria is system and pathway.
Yeah.
You get because you even growing up, you hardly see some of the MPFL teams that literally have a pathway like academy level, maybe from your under 10, 15, and to the senior team. You
Then
get,
B, then
yeah,
CSC.
then B, C like that. You
Yeah.
hardly see that. You don't even see that in
Yeah.
Nigeria. But yeah,
Few teams.
few teams have it. But if you check like the European football,
Yeah.
it
A
has that
pathway.
pathway that will
Yes.
lead you to the top. So
Yeah.
basically, it's more like fighting your way through.
You are on
If
your
you're in
own
Nigeria, you are just on your own. If you don't have a manager, you don't have an agent that's pushing for you,
without money.
you don't have money. Most importantly, say you don't have money. So you just fight till maybe miracle happens. That's just the honest truth. Yeah, till miracle happens.
Wow.
So that's it. Most time we just pray for God's grace, God's favor, and all that. So it's really really difficult. It's really really difficult. Not just even traveling out of Nigeria like to play
Yeah.
pro in Europe. Within we can
Yeah.
actually have like a good team. We have clubs that are doing well in Nigeria, but you scaling through or you finding yourself in that team, if you don't have the connection,
Yeah.
you don't have the people that know someone that will take you
Yeah.
there, forget about it. You are just wasting your time. So the system just have to be right. You have to have a system that works and a pathway. So that's it.
This is sad because when I look at countries like Morocco, Senegal, and other African countries. Because if you observe for the past 2 years, Senegal players are going to big teams
Yes,
in Europe, Man U, Chelsea, Barcelona, a lot of them, but because they have a system. They have a system,
that works actually.
yeah, that works. So in Nigeria, as a footballer, the truth is that if you're watching this video and you're wondering like, how do these guys survive in Nigeria? See, the truth is that you are on your own. Nobody cares about you. Just like he has said, if you don't have money or you don't have an agent, it's just God. And this is why you see footballers always talking about God. God, you won't understand except you are here because there's no hope for the average footballer. If except that okay, one day God can touch somebody's heart to come and help me. So when you see footballers always talking about God or praying, this is the reason why we so much believe in God, that because that is the only hope we have in the country. It is well. It is well. I just hope within like the next few years things will actually change. And to be honest with you, I think I'm seeing progress right now because a lot of teams are coming up now with pathways. But again, even these teams to join these teams are more difficult than to go to Europe. That's the thought about these teams in Nigeria that have pathway because they also they sign players through referrals and through connections. So it's also difficult for even players to join a good team in Nigeria. So that's how bad the situation is for young footballers in Nigeria right now. If you're somebody out there that you have money, you have ways to help footballers, honestly I'll plead you to do because it's very important because this is like a dream to everybody. That's it. Tell me what does playing in Europe means to you?
Hmm. this question is really an interesting question because it's more like right now
Yeah,
as a Nigerian and an aspiring footballer
yeah.
playing in Europe is just what it is. It's just the deal.
It's everything.
It's everything. So me seeing myself or me playing in the Europe means the world to me because not just myself, to other people that are around me, to other people around me, and I feel playing there in Europe gives you better opportunities, better options to explore like your your dream, your career, and all that. So playing in Europe means everything, like everything to me right now. I can't even lie to you, like so it's
What's your dream team?
it's everything I want to play. Well, I wouldn't. I'm a Madrid fan. I'm a Madrid fan, but I wouldn't tell you that. Oh, my
Yeah.
dream is to play for
No,
Madrid.
the goal
But
is just to go to Europe.
the goal is just to go to Europe. That's the goal.
Yeah,
I just want to be somewhere that I know that I'm making way for myself.
yeah. You have
But
playing time and
but
the rest.
but yeah, I also don't mind playing for Madrid. I don't
Well,
mind playing for Barcelona. I don't mind playing for Arsenal, Man U, and all
yeah.
that. Those are like the big clubs in
Yes,
Europe.
yeah, like
So I want to be there. I
yeah, I
want to be
understand.
there.
Okay, with everything you've said, with all your experience, the tough time and everything, what's one advice you give to somebody that's currently in your past situation?
So just like me, like I said, I really don't think giving up for me is an option. I won't tell you that I've seen it all, but I've seen a lot. That's the honest truth. I've seen a lot. And for anyone, any young footballer that is watching this video, just know that it can still happen. It will happen. The ability for you not to give up, regardless the circumstances, what you have been through.
Yeah,
Don't just give up. Just keep pushing. You don't know when it will be. That's the honest truth. And I also want to encourage every young talent, every young footballer, come out, say your story. We are not saying it for pity party.
yeah,
Someone should just like have pity on you.
yeah,
You have to be good also.
yeah.
Someone can like watch me now and be
Mm,
like, oh, this guy's story is touching. Oh,
mm,
I want to, if I can't play, there's no one you will help me. He can just like, oh, okay, fine. Since you can't play, I can like give you money
yeah,
and all that. But as a young player that is aspiring to be, come out, say your story, don't give up, keep pushing, keep believing. That's just the honest truth. Keep dreaming about it. And I believe that you that is watching and me also that is saying my own part of
mm,
the story
yeah,
will one day excel in this career that we are chasing.
yeah. Okay, before we go, tell me about the impact of or the role of God in your life.
I think okay, I can let me say back then when I was still in the street,
Yeah,
I won't lie, I took God out of
the picture.
the picture because I used to like ask God some certain questions
We all do.
like how would you let me be in this situation?
Yeah,
You took I would tell him like you took my father from me, you took my mother from me, I have no relations and I'm
yeah,
still going through this phase. But then after a long while, with what I've been through, with all the struggle and the
yeah,
process,
yeah,
and I realized that this is not just luck.
yeah.
There is a force or there is something behind it. And
Mm,
I realized that it
yeah,
has been God.
yeah,
Like one of my biggest, in fact, one of my biggest support system and motivation is God. And I pray a lot. I read my Bible and to be honest, to be honest, God have actually helped me. So and I also encourage every other person that is pushing, whether Christian,
yeah,
Muslim, whatever it is, because I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I believe in God, I
Yeah.
believe in Christ,
Yeah.
so that's what I pray to.
Yeah.
Sometimes whenever I feel overwhelmed, I
Yeah.
just go back to God, read some scriptures, pray,
Yeah.
and I just pray to God. So God has played a big role in my life entirely, not just my career, like my life
Yeah.
entirely.
Yeah.
Because just like they said, with God, everything is possible.
Mm.
So that's played a big role in my life.
Who are we without God? Okay, now let's do something quickly. For a young guy who is in a working system, probably in Europe, who uh, who is in a place where your hard work can pay off, so long as you're consistent and you're good, you have the opportunity. For him now, like maybe he's watching this video and he's wondering why are these young guys in Africa always talking about God, 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 or grace? What do you have to say to him?
So you see, just like I said, the system here and there
Mm.
is not the same thing. Because
Yes.
I think what you would have like in a platter of gold
Yeah.
here in Africa is something that you pray for it. So that's just the honest truth. Something that probably is even your right as a citizen
Yeah.
of a country.
Yeah.
Something like, yeah. So all here in Africa, we have to pray for it. So them there that feel like, why are we talking about God? Because that's the only thing we have. That's our support system. That's the only person we pray to. We pray for him to connect us to people that can see us
Yeah.
and be able to like help us. Because basically we don't have anybody.
Yeah.
It's only God that we have.
Yeah.
So God means everything to us. So whosoever is watching at the other side of the screen and is talking about how we speak much about prayer and God,
Yeah.
that's all we have.
Yeah.
That's what we have. Yeah, thank God you are where you are today. If you push so hard, you'll be able to scale through. You'll be able to probably get a professional contract. But me here, I have to pray to God for someone to send me a destiny helper, for someone to send someone that will that will like spend his money for someone that he's for something that he's not even sure of. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
prayer and God is everything we have here in Africa because of the system doesn't work for us. It's not on our own advantage. So prayer is all we have, honestly.
To add to this, you see, in Africa, you have two things. Either you have God or you have a man. And see, majority of us that are playing football, we are not from the A class family. So the only thing we have is God. Do you know how difficult it is for an agent to bring out his money to pay your visa fee, pay for your flight, and take you to Europe for a trial that is not guaranteed? See, it takes the grace of God for that man to do that for you. So this is why we believe so much in God that okay, God, because we believe that there's a divine power that controls the universe. Just like in Proverbs, the Bible said that the heart of kings are in the hand of the Lord. So most of our prayer is that God touch this man's heart to help me because we know this man, the man has the access and connections to help us, but we can't go to him first of all. We don't have access to him. So we only can do that. Okay, God, please, this man touch his heart to see me. Let me find favor in his sight. In the Bible, we've seen stories where Joseph found favor while he was in prison with those guys that worked with the king. um Daniel found favor with the eunuch. You see, before he met the king. So this is why we pray so much that God should help us because God is our only hope. So if you're out there where there's a working system, honestly, you are blessed already. If we have the opportunity you have, we work times four better than you. So I hope you are clear on that. Okay, before we go, what does this say to somebody that's watching this video now? The person have the means of helping you young players in Africa to go to Europe and chase their dream.
To be honest, anyone watching this video, wherever you are, I I just want you to know that like 99% of footballers that are striving in Africa need help. Regardless, you can help them with anything. Boot, jersey. You can be like, oh, bro, I can see your effort. Take this, use it for transport. Because sometimes it's difficult though. You
Yes.
can see, your where you are staying can be here, and where you are going to train will take you there with like 2,000 naira. You that don't even have, you don't even have feeding, not even talk of transport. You have not fed yourself,
Yeah.
not even talk of transport yourself to training ground. So
Yeah.
it's really, really difficult. So whosoever is watching this video and feel touched to help any, either me or any
Player around you.
around you that you see, please, please, like I can say on behalf of the footballers in Nigeria, the upcoming footballers, we are
Yeah.
begging you. Your help means a lot to us, regardless of how little it is. We will really appreciate. Yeah,
Wow. Honestly, he has said it all. So if you have the means of helping, yeah, if you don't know how to help, you can also maybe send us a DM. Even if it's a boot you have to give to somebody, that will mean a lot to a lot of
it go a
footballers
long
in
way.
Nigeria. So that's all for today. Thank you for coming on the show.
It's really a privilege, like I said, sharing my story out there. And to be honest, I pray this also inspires someone and
Yeah,
motivates someone, because
yeah,
it's really not easy.
yeah.
It's really not easy. So I'm also thank you for having me here. It's really an honor. I appreciate.
Me, I am already inspired. Sometimes like I think before I came here, I was even murmuring about certain things in my life, how maybe what I wanted was not going well. But hearing your story has shown me that we all have our different struggles. And when you hear other people's struggles, you just say, "Ah, God, thank you, man." So I'm really grateful for the fact that you're able to share your story with the world. And I hope like somebody will be touched and somebody will see that, oh, I'm not the only one going through this phase. That there are people like me too, and you might find comfort in watching this video. So thank you. If you're a young footballer watching this video, make sure you subscribe and follow us on our different social media platforms. And if you love to maybe hop on the show, you can just send us a DM. We'll come to you wherever you are in Abuja. We'll come to you. So thank you. See you on our next episode.